Hey guys, today is going to be a short and sweet video covering the new Instapop face brushes from Real Techniques and also comparing these to the old style of brushes. So what I do have is the Instapop face brush, the Instapop cheek brush, and then the powder brush and blush brush. Funny story, I owned these a long time ago. I don't know what happened to them, so I had to go and rebuy these, but it's Real Techniques. They're inexpensive and they're really good quality, so it's pretty easy for me to talk myself into buying more of these particular brushes. Now, what I personally found interesting about these brushes, I bought these before I saw any reviews up of them, and I have been playing around with them, so I'll know what I'm talking about when I speak to you guys today. But I noticed that online the description for these brushes said that they were to give you a bolder look, and when you read the boxes, they actually describe that these are made for loose pigments. At this point, I think it's interesting to make a set of brushes that is specifically for that use, but I've never particularly noticed a massive difference in using brushes made for loose powder versus for pressed powder. But I do want to test this theory, so I pulled out some loose powders from my collection. I have the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and then I have a Bare Minerals blush in the shade Laughter. So we are going to go ahead and get started with the powder brushes. I'll do one half of my face in the classic Real Techniques brush, and then one half in the new Instapop. I do want to note what's on here, since as I said, I didn't feel that the description on the Ulta website described all of this. It might at this point that I have this video going up, but at the time I bought this, it just said that it was a full coverage brush. So it is indeed for full coverage, setting, baking, and powder application, extreme taper for concentrated application, and ideal for loose powders. Okay, let's start with the regular powder brush on one half of my face. I like how soft the Real Techniques powder brush is, but it's a little big for going up under your eyes. I'm not sure I'm going to completely cover right up under there. Ah, mattified. And let's do the Instapop face brush on the other side. I honestly have to say I like the shape of the Instapop brush better. It does actually get up under your eyes pretty darn easily. So all things considered, I like the shape of this brush a lot more. I do feel like I got a slightly more full coverage application more quickly because the brush fibers are more tightly packed together in the Instapop face brush than in the regular powder brush. Alright, let's do blush. We got the Instapop cheek brush is designed for one sweep application of bold cheek color. Extreme taper for concentrated application, ideal for loose pigment blush or highlighters. Or highlighters, you say. Alright, let's start with the regular blush brush. Well, I definitely feel like I got a good dose of color with this loose powder, which is what you can expect from a loose powder regardless. And let's try the Instapop cheek brush on the other side. This really applies a very concentrated color. As you can see, much more concentrated than the other side. But the question is always, will it blend? I'm not going to get the blending that I want on this side with this specific brush because it's just not meant for it. I appreciate that the Insta cheek brush blended out immediately, whereas this side I will want to come back in with another brush to complete that look. This also works really well for draping. If you're into that technique, you can take it right up into your brow. Gives you a lot of freedom to really get that 1980s look or the editorial look, whatever you want to call it. They said highlighter, so I'm going to try it. On my regular brush side, I'm just using the Real Techniques fan brush with the Balm Mary Luminizer. I don't want to go too bold today, given that my blush is already very bold. Alright, we're going to give it a go. I don't really see a difference with the use of the highlighter. It seems to be pretty much the same as the fan brush. Maybe a little bolder on this side, but I didn't use a loose highlighter today. I just don't want to add in more drama at this point. Alright guys, so that is the final look. This half of my face I did using the regular brushes, and then this half I did using the Instapop brushes. I always almost say blushes. Oh my gosh. Now, what I will say is I think the look is pretty much the same on both sides. However, I think this side was faster for me to do and more precise. I didn't need to grab another brush to blend everything out. I think these are a really nice addition to your collection if you're at all interested in them, especially if you do use a lot of loose powders. Are they a must-have? I can't really say they are. I can say that it's nice that they're inexpensive. I believe these run for $8.99 each. I'll put the information in the description box. You're not going to break the bank buying these, but I can't really say that they're an absolute must-have. If you own something like this, which you probably do, then I'm sure you're getting the job done, and all these will give you is a little bit of a faster and more precise application. Now that said, I'm happy I bought them because I do happen to be a bit of a brush addict, and I'm really happy to find brushes that are $9 and work extremely well. Alright guys, let me know in the comments below if you are interested in picking up these new brushes, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please do give it a like, make sure you hit subscribe, and peace out YouTube.